We don't want a speaker for our holiday party. We want someone to make us laugh, do entertainment, no business talk, just fun. Loud and clear, this client wanted what we call in showbiz, the show. Oddly, I said yes, and we booked the date for December. Now when I say oddly, perhaps you don't know quite what that means. Well, it's been a few years since I've accepted what I deem as show dates. And doing the show has physically and emotionally beaten me up since 2000, almost permanently damaging my vocal cords by 2012.
It's not trouble, that's what you do.
I've done maybe one special show per year in the past half-decade. But over the last 2.5 months, as I've stared at a ceiling fan in my bedroom, dealing with a debilitating injury, I've made a few new choices that have made big changes coming in my life and career. Doing my show again is one of those. Since 2016, I've essentially turned away every single show request in favor of only speech opportunities. It's been a harsh rebrand. Many former clients wanted the make us laugh only Jason. Most people, when they open their mouth, you're like, ah. For me, it was like, man, that's pathetic. Versus the make us think, leave us inspired, educate us, and make us laugh, Jason. Funny enough, I do all of those things in every presentation, labeled speech or show, whether you realize it or not. Your attendees go away having laughed their guts out while growing their hearts in Grinch epic proportions, if that's what they needed. The event planner needs the laughs, the music, the entertainment. I get it, and that's what I'm doing once again. Here's what I've come to. Jason, the keynote speaker, is finally fully established after what I might label one of the worst transitionary experiences someone can endure. I'll spare you the details and the stories of literally millions of dollars I've lost in turning away full-fee show opportunities in order to speak for next to nothing, as I established the promise and Jason, the keynote speaker. Eventually, people got the picture. I lost most of my clientele. I slowly but surely created a new following as Jason, the keynote speaker, and now make better fees than I ever did as Jason, the entertainer, doing the show. So why would I bring this back, you ask? Fair question. The why was driven by the how, which I'll explain in just a second, but the main why is the promise is a full entertainment experience. I just couldn't figure out how to deliver it that way. In my mind, it had to be a keynote speech, but I always wanted it to go both ways. Why this matters is that I had to believe it for myself, and I had to lose my own physical capability to see what I still had left to deliver. I've written quite a bit about how my leg injury has been a divine kick to the knee. This is part of the gift of my being injured into complete immobilization. And I finally formulated in my mind while laying in bed how the show is the promise is the show. What this means is that Jason the entertainer doing the show is back.
There's another word, sing along.
Yeah, I figured out how to offer my best material in show form while not compromising a few things that made my performance of this show impossible, such as I still keep my voice. That was the main reason for my transition to speaker. I still share the stories that matter in high comedy fashion. I've graduated from the physicality performer, relying on my body to make the sale of the show in comedy. Obviously, if you follow my journey, you may realize that breaking my leg had a great part in helping me come to this very post I'm sharing today. Within the entertainment, comedy, and music is the message I've always brought along anyway. Yet it doesn't feel like I'm sharing a message, it's just the overarching story of a great performance. The costumes are out. Those from the video may have been retired as well. Most were lost on airplanes through the years, yet I don't have any newer footage of myself doing the show without them, so please bear with me for a moment while I figure things out. But costumes aren't a part of this anymore. My friend, I'm blown away by the realization of my own progression as much as everyone else that has wondered where Jason the entertainer has been. What's amazing is that I recently had someone come up to me and say, "You're Jason Hewlett, the author." I was floored. I asked them how they knew I was an author. They had received my book from a leader who insisted they read The Promise to the One. As we spoke, I was astounded by all this person recalled in my book, how it made them feel, how they saw me in their mind's eye. I offered, well, it'd be great for you to attend one of my speeches or shows in the future. To which the person said, what do you mean? And I said, well, as you know, I perform at events, and it would be fun to have you see the comedy, music, and other things I referred to in the book. The person said, oh, I was just hoping to read the next books you're going to write. I didn't even realize you're a performer, even though you wrote that. I see you as the best author I've ever read and want more books from you. A small tear fell from my eye. Jason, the author, I love that this person could read my entire book all about my entertainment journey and only wanted more of my writing. Unreal. I mean, that's what I want in the future as well. But right now, Jason the Entertainer returns. The show is back, and it's amazing.
Jason is outstanding.
That's right, darling. It's incredible that someone so unforgettable.
It's my greatest hits, over 20 plus years of standing ovation performances. And in the past 2 weeks, I've done this show multiple times as a trial run. Once in Vegas, once out of the country, a few times in my homestay, all to rave reviews. Standing ovation, shouts of encore, along with requests of returning in the future. The show is back. Please tell your peers, your event planners, your meeting professional friends. Holiday parties are starting to book up since word got out. And if they only know me as Jason the keynote speaker or Jason the author, please tell them, if you thought that was good, you should see Jason the Entertainer do the show.
The show was just incredible. It was hilarious.
What a wonderful world.
Making and keeping new promises. Living my promise.